Hello and congratulations on your purchase of the J Feather 27 BHB. My name is Jordan Buck and I'm going to be doing your virtual walkthrough today. So follow along with me and we'll get started right up front. Right up front you have your electric tongue jack right here. So right here is going to be your up and down, which is nice and simple for leveling, plus a red button for your light there. You might not be able to see that in video as it's quite bright outside right now. But pretty easy to use, up and down, of course. And then you'll see there is a little piece on top here. This piece right here is a little cap. Once you take off that cap, you are able to actually crank this jack manually if for some reason your batteries are dead or any other reason that you may need to get at it. So again, that's going to be right there. You get a crank with it where you stick it right in the top and you crank it up there. Nice and easy to do. You'll see right around this is your jacket. So this jacket is for a bike rack. What that is actually stored in just a compartment right there. You slide it right in the receiver up top, and you have a 2 bike holder right up top, nice and easy to go. You can see it right behind your truck, which is great. That is installed, ready to go for you. You'll also see up front is 2 propane tanks. We have your cover on it right now. These are 30-pound propane tanks. I'm going to take your cover off for a second so you can see there. You'll see at the back of your propane tank is a regulator. So this regulator here controls which tank you actually are draining out of. You can see there's a little black piece on the back of it. And just come around the back here, and you're going to see this piece right here. You can turn this and adjust this to choose what tank you are draining out of. Of course, you can leave both tanks open here. That way, one this tank is empty, it will automatically start sourcing out of the other tank, which is quite nice there. The one thing that you do need to remember to do, though, is when you go to fill this tank, once it's empty, turn this nozzle to the other tank. So nice and easy to do. I'm sourcing out of this tank right now, of course. I'll put this back on after. Uh, Other things up the front is going to be your batteries, which you'll see right in here. We have them installed, ready to go. And then the other thing that you'll see is, of course, your saddle brackets for your equalizer hitch that I'll go through a little bit with you. You can see it's in your storage compartment. We'll get back to that. So that is the front of the trailer. Uh, there's a little bit of a process, you want to park it up, unhook your truck, level out your trailer, of course, turn your propane, and then you'll be ready to go. I'm going to walk you over to this side now so you can see a couple other items. Pull out your actual bike rack here. So you can see this is your actual bike rack, and this is what it's going to look like. Quite easy to do since the one piece is already installed. The one thing to look at in this compartment is this right here. This is your battery disconnect. So what that is if you want any power that's being drained out of the trailer right now to be turned off, you actually turn this knob to the off position. That will disconnect any power going to the trailer. Of course, when you want to store it in anything, that is a great thing to have. There's a little light up here as well that you just turn on by pushing that button there. And then we have your stabilizer jacks at the bottom. So this is going to be on all 4 corners where you have a jack that you can crank up and down to just stabilize you when you're at your campsite. Now, of course, that is good to do and to put on even some blocks, maybe even um, some leveling blocks there to make sure that if you're on grass or gravel or anything like that, that the weight is spread out. These will, of course, go into the ground if it is a soft material that you're actually on there. So going further along the side, one thing I showed you here is this is all magnet right here, so you just nice and easy put that up, close it down. You have a latch right here and a lockable one right there. Going further along the side, this right here is going to be your freshwater fill. So what you have there is you stick your hose right in there, and that's going to fill your freshwater tank. Once it is full, it's actually going to be coming right out of this little piece there. You may not be able to see it in the video clearly, but you'll know when you're full just by doing that. And to drain the tank, underneath here is a low point drain. So right underneath is going to be a little white piece that you actually turn. It's going to start draining your tank. Very easy to do, of course, and that's just going to be for your freshwater tank. So looking at another piece on the side here, of course, is your slide. So there is a little bit of slide maintenance you want to do, and that's, of course, making sure before anything goes before you close your slide, you're wiping off the top of your slide there, making sure there is no debris, no pine cones, anything like that to protect those seals up top. Now, another thing you want to worry about is the seals, of course, go along the side and the top. It is good to keep them lubricated during of course, the dry weather. That is, you can get some slide lubrication that looks almost like whipped cream. Put it as long as you can around the top and then around the sides. Then close your slide and open it back up. That will actually flip that seal around. So that's something to do with your slide maintenance you really want to take care of. You just don't want that seal to dry out and shrink. So something to look out for there. And make sure I don't hit my head on that. And just like I said, brush off the top of that slide every time that you plan on putting it in, just to make sure there's nothing on top. Now you'll see right here is a storage compartment. Nice and easy for you to do that same kind of system, magnet latch, and then up top. Down below is going to be your holding tank. So to empty out all of your tanks is right here. Your hookup is going to be with your 20-foot hose that we give you. You can hook up right there, put the piece into the ground, depending on the park or that you're at, dump station that you're at. You may need to get a locking piece that goes into the ground, just to give you a little bit of a heads up there. And then what you want to do is just this long one is your black tank. So that black tank is going to be your toilet water. And then you have two other handles right beside that, which are both your gray tanks. So your gray tank is going to be the shower and the sinks, of course. So those are going to be more of soapy water. So one more component up here as well is your black tank flush. So this you attach a hose on, and that is going to spray water into your black tank to clean it out. So how you want to do this is you want to hook up a hose, get it into the ground, pull that black tank, empty out this entire black tank. It might be even best for you to get a clear piece to attach there so you can see when it's all empty. There is a reader on side that will tell you, of course, but that's just an easy way to do it. And then you come here, attach a hose, flush out that tank to just clean it out of every nasty stuff that's in there. And after you're done that, you can empty it, pull those gray handles, empty that out because that is just soapy water and that's going to clean that hose a little extra. And then you can stick it in your bumper. That you can store that hose right directly in your bumper, nice and easy for you there. Now, there's tons of videos online for that, so you're more than welcome to check those out and to help you out a little bit more. But again, it's just attaching hose, black tank pull, tank flush, gray, disconnect. Nice and easy there. Okay. Touching on the next thing that's here is your hot water tank. Just going to open this for you so you can see inside. That right there. There's not a whole lot you need to do in here. A few things that you'll see is this right here is your pressure release valve. That's going to be releasing pressure, so you might see some steam or water drips coming out of that every so often. Just, of course, when it builds pressure, it needs to release. This right here is for your ignition there, for your running it off of electric, which will touch more base inside of how to work all of that. The main thing you're going to look at here is this right here, a white plug, is how you're going to drain out your tank and also use it for winterizing there. So when you want to winterize your tank, you do want to open up that valve, let everything drain out so that you are ready to go. When you are winterizing, of course, you do want to bypass the tank because you don't want any RV antifreeze going into the back. So if you have this open and use those bypasses on the back of the tank, which are actually going to be underneath that bottom bunk there and on the inside, you can bypass it and make it nice and easy. You'll see on the outside of this, there is a little bit of a clear hole right there. That is so if you really want to know if it's lit, you can peek right in there. You don't have to open it up all the time. So that's kind of a nice thing. Underneath here, you are going to see just that the extra jack there, of course, for the back corner, and there's one on the other side. This right here is going to be for your cable and satellite. So if you are at a site that has cable or satellite, you can hook up right to the coax, and that's going to be right to the TVs inside there. Easy. This one here is for your 30 amp plug-in. So you get the cord, of course, and you hook it up and you can plug it right into 30 amp. We do give you the adapter that goes to 15 amp, which is a regular household plug if you do want to charge your batteries and everything as well. 30 amp, of course, is going to run everything in the trailer. 15 amp is going to only run certain items like your TV lights, all that. It won't run your bigger items like the AC. So 30 amp is going to run everything. You can plug that into any site that you go to that has a provincial hookups, and that will run, like I said, everything in the trailer. Back here is going to be your city water connection. So if you're at a site where you're plugged in and has a water connection there, you can hook up your water or your water line right to there. Now, one thing I do highly recommend is a lot of sites require one of those white hoses with the blue lining on the inside, just as they know that blue lining means it's filtered. You can use the clean water hose. And also what you want to use is a water pressure regulator. These trailers here are regulated for about 45 psi. Some of the sites you may go to, they could be pushing out something like 100 psi. You don't want to blow those lines in your trailer, so you want to definitely use that water pressure regulator. It brings it automatically down to that 45, 50 psi kind of rating, and that's very easy to go. They're not too expensive either. So another thing with that goes directly to your taps. That is not going to go into your water tank, and you don't need to use your water pump at all. It goes directly into the taps there, and we'll talk about that a little more on the inside. Out here, of course, this is going to be your outdoor shower, of course, so a hot and cold nozzle, nice and easy to work there, and that just stores right back in there, of course. And that's to use off your water tank, you'll need your water pump on, or if you're on that city water connection, you don't need that working there. Like I said, in the bumper, you can store your sewage hose, which we touched on earlier, and tripped over the barbecue, but that's what we're going to talk over next here. So this right here, I pulled the pin out of this, sits in here, stores the barbecue rack nice and safely so it's not wiggling around. When you want to use your barbecue here, you're going to pull this out. You can pull it all the way out to the side here. You want to straighten this out here. And then this is how we can stick our barbecue on this rack. So your barbecue can actually sit right on here. With these two pieces at the bottom here, it can actually sit right on this rack. You just got to line it up nice and perfectly, sits right on there. Now this barbecue has a couple racks. You can pop around here, see your barbecue, of course. Feel free, check it out. Nice thing about that is if you have any brushes, anything like that, you can actually stick them right on here and you're ready to go. Now, the one thing that I'm not really able to show you too much on this, but I can touch on it, is right underneath here is the quick connect for the propane line. You're going to run that to underneath the trailer here. There's the quick connect for the trailer itself to run the propane line on. That is coming out of that the two front propane tanks. It's already pre-plumbed to the line back here. This thing I brought out, which comes with the barbecue, is actually a little rack that's sitting on, but it lets you so you can put a barbecue on a picnic table or anything that you want there. You can, instead of putting it back there, you might have a table back here, so that's kind of nice. It sits right on there. You can put it right at the top there, and nice and easy to put away. You just kind of step on it, goes right back in, but it's just an extra accessory for you to have. Once it's done, you can remove the barbecue and store it in that front compartment there, or even on the side, but I'll kind of leave that up to you. Now this, of course, is the secondary door for the bathroom, so you can access your bathroom without having to go right through the trailer there. Nice and easy, aluminum steps here, go easy in and out. That's all you do is flip them. I'm not going to touch too much on the bathroom yet, as we're going to come back to that when we're inside. I want to touch on the outdoor kitchen, though. So there is going to be two light switches on the side here. One being the light switch for just regular lights inside. Turn that off, and you can actually turn the other one on. There is a little blue light in here, which you may be able to see off the reflection of my fingers there. That is just kind of like a night light. So if you don't want this main light in here, you can turn that blue light on. Very nice for a nice ambiance there. Of course, you have your awning lights as well for the outside, but we'll touch on that in a second. Mini fridge, of course, that runs only off of electric. So it won't run off your batteries or propane. So just electric for this. So when you are plugged in, this will be on. The other thing we have here is your grill. So pull that out. You'll see there is a bottle opener right there and the grill right here. So this is going to be nice and easy to work. You have a propane line, just like the barbecue. You hook up underneath here, as you can see right there, and it's going to be hooked up right on the side of the trailer there, which you'll see right underneath there. Quick connect, and you'll see right on that is a little metal piece going out to the right. you actually turn that so it's straight in line with the actual tube itself, and that's how you know propane is flowing to that output. And then you go in here and actually light it. Nice and easy. This actually piece comes off. It's easy to do if you have nails or anything like that, which unfortunately I don't. But you can pop that off for cleaning and everything like that. It makes it super easy there. Just got to push on these two blue tabs to get it in and out. There's going to be, of course, storage in here, and then these couple pieces for your drip tray for your grill. So there, I'm just going to leave those up there so we don't lose them or anything like that. Tires, of course, are Goodyear tires, nitrogen filled, so that's always good. A couple other things to touch on the outside. Right above your tires is going to be your furnace output. So there, you don't want to touch this, of course, when you have your furnace on, as that's going to be blowing hot air. Make sure you don't put any chairs beside it or anything like that as well. It is a nice hand warmer if you want to stand here during the winter if you have it on, though. Open up your fridge here. So I just want to show you what is in the interior of your fridge. Just got to pop each one of these out here. Open this up. So that's the back of your fridge. Honestly, there is not anything you really need to do in there, which is quite nice. It's just all electricals in here. Your fridge does everything else when you turn it on the inside. There's going to be little components in here that just keep in mind, just to watch out for, check on every so often. In here, you can see there's holes. This is, of course, for venting, which is great. One thing about it, though, is bees and wasps, they like to get in the back of your fridge because it is warm. Nice thing to get is a little mesh back there. You can stick that on and just stops the bugs from getting in there, which is just more of a helpful hint for you. And those just clip back in. Turn the locking mechanisms here. Nice and easy, ready to go. Over here, this is for your outdoor TV if you do decide to put one there. There is a rack right here that you can get a bracket for the TV, and then you have an output for your cable and satellite if your site has it, and of course, plugins. Nice and easy. Awesome. So a few other touches on the outside here, of course, is the outdoor speakers. Two of them out here, which we'll go over how to control. And then this right here is going to be for your stovetop. So when you're venting your stovetop there, when you turn on the fan, you do want to open up. There's two clips here that you just lift up, and that allows you to be able to vent out. Okay. Before we hop inside here, before I show you these stairs, I'm just going to close this out of the way. There's one light switch right here. That actually is a light switch, which won't be able to tell because we're light out right now. It's a blue light underneath the stairs to give you a little more of a seeing ability when you're stepping in. So it's nice and easy to work there. A couple more things to touch on up front here, of course, is the other side of your storage. EQ hitch, which is all assembled and ready to go, and your two quick connect lines. The other thing here is there's a light, and there's another light switch right here. This light switch, of course, you may be wondering what it does, but there is two blue lights and lighting strips at the top of your trailer here, which you may be able to see from the front. The light outside might be able to hinder that a little bit, but when it's dark out, you can really see those, and that's just a nice and easy switch right here. All right, and then from there, we do have your awning. So I'm actually going to step inside and I'm going to put out your awning right now so you can see it, and then we'll go over how to work it in just a second here. So I'm going to hit this button. It is all just a button where it says extend and retract. You just bring that in and out here, and this is going to go out, and I'm actually going to show you where you want to stop for this awning here. So we just give it a minute here. There's going to be a flap that actually hangs 90 degrees down, and that's when you want to stop. So we're almost there here. There's that flap coming down right now, and 90 degrees is about right there. This is where we want to stop for your awning, because you don't want to roll your awning backwards or anything like that, which is, of course, something you don't want to do. The other one good thing about the awning here is this bar right here. As you can see, we're straight across right now. If you want to throw your awning on a pitch, you can pull this piece down, and that is going to throw that awning on a pitch. That, of course, is used for if it's rain or has any light rain and you want it to just go off of one side. Of course, before you put it away, you want to have this bar straight again. And you do want to put away your awning if it is heavy wind, heavy rain, anything like that. But you'll see there is a nice amount of shade coverage. even though we got the beautiful sun outside, you get tons of room underneath this awning here. Plus the LED light that is going to light you up the night here when you are camping. So put that right there. I'm going to put in the awning here, and then I'm going to show you how these stairs work. So again, we just hit the retract button. We wait a second, and like I said, if it's raining very heavy, if it's snowing, if it's got a heavy wind or anything, you do want to put your awning away before of course, anything happens. And if you do decide to leave your campsite for the day, go on a hike or anything like that, I highly do suggest putting away your awning as well, as you never know when a windstorm can happen, right? So this awning's almost away here. You'll see it tucks right in there. Nice and easy. Just like that. Perfect. Now let's show you these stairs here. So these are the solid steps here. You can see you got the new handle on here, which is a new addition to this year. And a handle out here, which actually lifts up, folds away. Fold that to either way there. These stairs actually fold into the doorway here. So I'll lift these up, goes right into the doorway. Nice and easy. There's a blue handle right here for it to unlatch when you want it back out. So you just twist that, pull towards you. And here at the bottom, actually, you won't be able to see a whole lot in the video, but it is adjustable legs here. So you can adjust if you are, say, on a slope or anything like that, or need a little bit of an extra height, you can throw that on the stairs there. We are firmly on the ground. You can see it's not going to lift up or anything or bounce around the trailer when you are coming inside. Which, if you like to join me, we can go over everything inside the trailer here. All right, so welcome to the inside of your trailer. Now we're going to talk about your control panel here. So what we're going to be doing is you have your slide out, extend and retract right here with your awning, extend and retract right there. As you saw the awning, it's just nice and easy. Extend, hold out till that flap goes, retract all the way like we just did outside. Your slide is very easy to work as well. You just hold that button all the way in. It's going to make a gear sound when it comes all the way in. You'll definitely be able to tell. You want to let go of the button then. And extend is the exact same there. So extend and retract. Living room lights, as you can see, turn on and off there. It does all the main lights down the middle. Every other light you see on in the trailer is going to be on a different switch of its own. That awning light button, of course, is right here. Nice and easy to work. The other items we have on here are these 3 red ones here. This is going to be for water systems. So your water pump button right there, you push it, it's going to pressurize the water from your water tank right now, and on and off there. It's nice and easy to work. When you are wanting to source water off your water tank, you need to pressurize the water up to your taps. That is what that button does. The other 2 red buttons here is going to be for your water heater, electric and gas. So electric is going to, of course, work when you are, plugged in and you want to run your water heater, or if you're not plugged in, you want to, of course, use it off propane. The propane water heater does work faster. It heats it quicker as it is a true flame and not an electrical coil like the electric there. So just to give you an idea of there. Right beside that, you can actually see little black buttons along and with some labels going on there. So you'll see battery, freshwater, black, gray, gray. So that is going to be to do with these up here. I'm going to hit the battery button there. You're going to see that right now we're at 2/3 battery, as I've been using the battery, playing around with everything today. So to get this all ready, it is at 2/3. Now going along the other one is freshwater is 2/3 as well, for us to be able to test everything. We wanted to show you that. And then black, gray, gray, all empty there. So that's how you know empty, 1/3, 2/3, full. So that's how you know where everything sits for the tanks. When you are doing your black tank and your gray tanks, I would suggest you empty it when it hits that 2/3, as of course you don't want to fully fill your black tank. 2/3, you're building up all that pressure, so it shoots out of that the tank quicker, but you're not too full there. So again, that's going to be all your readings for right in there. Up top, of course, is going to be for a solar controller. So that's nice and easy to work there. You can just read your amperages on your batteries and the actual solar, what it's bringing in right now. So that's kind of a nice thing to do. It's not much that you can do with that. It just gives you a nice little reading. I'm actually going to start in the bedroom, as we're just right here, and then we can basically go around and show you everything else. So of course you have storage, 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 and more storage in here, which is great. A couple other things you're going to have is these lights right up top here. You push button them, which is really nice for you. And then there is a light switch right beside my knee here. What you do is you see those blue lights in the corner. It might be hard to see in the video, but that controls that blue light. Each side has its own blue light. It's more of a night light. You can keep them on, which is kind of a nice. Say you're reading or you're watching a movie in here. If you do decide to put a TV in the bedroom, it's nice to have a little bit of a light. So that's a little bit of an idea there. Also, you do have storage underneath your bed. Super easy to use, as it does have the gas shocks to bring it up and down. You just got to give it a little bit of a push to get it down again. Nice and easy there. Of course, the windows here, you do have the blinds that just pull down. Nice and easy. You do want to travel with them up. As you can see, there's not much wiggle room there. When I bring them down, there's wiggle room. So, of course, like I said, travel with them up. It prolongs the life of them. And then the windows themselves, you can open. This one pinches, lifts up. All right, and that locks into place. Pinch again, bring down. So there's going to be a couple different windows in here. That one is one of them. This is another style here where you actually pull this latch out. So like I said, pull this, pull. Nice and easy. That's a little lock there. Latches into place. Nice and easy here. So since we're in the kitchen, might as well talk about everything here, including this right here. This is going to be your plugins and USBs right for the kitchen. Nice and easy to work. As you saw, this little red button gets it in here, pushes it. You push this down right out of the way, and if you want it to pop up, you just hit on that again. Of course, your sink with your dish drying rack and your cutting board, if you like there. Very great to use. I'm going to come back to everything over here in a second. Storage underneath, which is great. This is your stovetop that you do have your upper light for your rings here, and if you hit down below, you'll get the light inside your oven as well. That's right there. Now to get your propane to work, your stove to light, there's a little flame on each one of these dials here. So this front one is going to be the hottest. So what you do is you go to light and then turn this. You'll see you got a flame, and then you can adjust the flame from here. So if you want smaller, bigger, and off, of course. You can do that with all three, nice and easy. Bang, bang, bang. Nice and easy. Nice and easy to cook on. There you go. Of course, the oven works the same way there. Nice thing about this piece right here too, this is a backsplash, and that actually covers your awning. So it's nice and easy. Put down and up there. I'm going to leave this open just because I have the flame on. You want to have it nice and cool before you put that on. You do have a light above it here and a fan, like I said, that leads to the outside. Up above it, of course, is the microwave. Not too much to talk about out there. Then down below, I did want to show you this. This right here is your converter. So this is going to be your fuses and breakers. See breakers just like your house, and you'll see some car fuses there. Nice and easy to work. That's how you just know if everything's working. Of course, if for some reason a plug isn't working or TV is not working, a good thing, check there first. Carry some extra fuses with you just in case. Nice thing to kind of know there and make sure that you are carrying some around for you. I just wanted to touch on over here, of course, which you have your bench seat to take off your shoes and store them inside. But this is an important component right here. This is going to be your thermostat. So I'm going to hit this once. It lights up blue and it says off in the bottom corner, which you may not be able to read. And then going further, that's going to be a fan that runs through the AC. This is going to be cool that I won't be able to turn on right now because we don't have it plugged in. Then, of course, you have the furnace, which you can adjust. Both of them you can adjust with these arrows back to off. One thing I want to show you too is right now, of course, we're on Fahrenheit. If you do want to change it, you just push both arrows up and down at the same time. So I've just turned off the furnace, which we definitely don't need on today because it is a beautiful hot day. So I'm just going to turn that off there. The furnace and the AC, once they do run, it does run for a minute there. So that's kind of a nice thing to know as if you do hear that fan. Of course, storage, and more storage like always in these, which is a great layout. You do have a lot of storage. I just wanted to touch one more thing on the AC before I forget. This right here is your main hub. If you open this, the main air is going to come out of here. If you close it up though, a lot of the air is going to get spread throughout these circle vents, which you can open up and close throughout the entire trailer going into the bedroom as well. Okay, so that's a great thing for that. Going off into the dinette area, there's a light switch, of course, which is right here. Controls those two lights above it. Another light switch on the other wall for the couch that controls that. Of course, for the table, it can turn into a bed, which you actually lift it up, take out those poles, and the table sits right along this bracket here that you can see down below. I've got to talk about the fridge. So let's just flip over here. We're going to talk about the fridge here, just so we can go over everything there. Open that up for you so you can see inside. I actually want you to see the main thing here, which is going to be the freezer up top here. I might as well close the fridge. This here is the controls. So as you can see, this is the on and off button there. Push that. That's going to go on. And see, auto light turns on. So what that does is it automatically sources electricity being plugged in or propane. So as you can see, I'm not plugged in right now, so it automatically hit that gas light on. It's lighting the fridge off of propane itself. We didn't have to do anything. If you just strictly want it to run on propane all the time, you can actually unclick that auto button and it will always light on propane. I just find it's good to just leave it on so it will automatically do its thing. The button on this, or the check light, if it doesn't light on propane, it will light up there if it's for some reason having a problem. Good thing to know there. The coldest. You can cycle through that to do your settings. Of course, it's going to be up to you to kind of test out where you need to be on that. You might be around the 3 to 4, depends on which setting you like and how cold you like your freezer and your fridge, of course. So, and storage below, which is nice. Below this is going to be actually your furnace right in there, so you don't really need to do anything. That is just the main input for your furnace there, the intake, sorry. Couch here, the couch does turn into a bed, which I'm sure you've seen before, but you do take these off here. I'll give you a quick little demonstration just so you know. Take these off, take your lovely Jayco pillow off, lift this up. You have some legs underneath that you just got to lay out. Nice and easy there. Now you can actually store those cushions right underneath because there's enough room. Close that down. There's your bed. Nice and easy, right? And it's actually pretty comfy too, so I'll quickly put it away so you can see how quickly it really is. Nice and easy. Flip down, give it a little push. Ready to go again. Hook that up. Oop. Put the cushions back. Nice and easy. How easy and quick was that, right? So again, these windows are going to have different features along here that pull up. This one here is going to be actually a twist. Each window has its different functionality there, so you may have to play around with that a little bit. Looking over at the TV components here, this right here is a little pull handle to disable the lock it has in it. So if you do want to pull that out, adjust it to anyway, and get at the secret access for the storage, kind of works great there. You can put whatever you want back there. Now, in the back of here, you can see there is a little white light for the antenna and cable there. There's a white light meaning right now that we are going to be able to source free channels off of the roof antenna that's up there right now. You can actually push that on and off and controls that. So if you don't want to be sourcing off of that antenna and you don't want that battery drain or that draw off the battery, you can turn that white light off. Now this below it is going to be your DVD player, also for your speakers, indoor, outdoor, and USB, auxiliary, and Bluetooth. Now the functionality of that is pretty easy. You turn it on. Give it a sec here. Make sure we're not blasting music in here. Turn the volume down with just this. You'll see there's a Bluetooth function there, and when you plug into your USB, it'll automatically turn those on, which is nice. The main thing I want to show you here is the Zone 1 and Zone 2. That is indoor and outdoor. So Zone 2 being outdoor, you can have both on at the same time. You can have one on at the same time, which you will see up at the top of your speakers here. Just make sure that when you are running a DVD through this here, it will come out of these speakers. Make sure that if you don't want your DVD playing on the outside, you turn off that outdoor speaker there. Nice and easy, turn it off, ready to go. Of course, storage, and more storage, of course, in this trailer. You have the two bunks here. Each have their own light that you turn off automatically there just with the push button. This one here has the storage underneath that, of course, you do here. And this you can actually lift up, which you just got to move the bunk a little bit, but you can access the storage just like that. And this door locks right away. Oops. Keep missing it there. So that one, there we go. Nice and easy to go away there. The next step to look at is the bathroom here. Oh, one step I forgot to talk about is your fan right up here. So this fan you actually can crank up right by here, and you just twist it. This is your on right here. Once it gets to a certain height, you can actually, that's when the fan will kick on itself. So you twist it, turn this one right here, and that's how you get that fan to turn on, which is great if you don't have the 30 amp to run your AC. Going into your bathroom here, you'll see there is a lot of natural light because of the skylight and the vent above me here. This one, same kind of thing, is you actually twist that open, but there's a switch on the wall that will turn that fan on, as well as the light switch in here, of course, as well. In here, of course, your shower. Again, you're going to want to turn on the water pump if you do want to run it off your water tank, or if you don't need it from your water tank, you can, or sorry, if you're sourcing off of city water, you don't need to turn on your tap or your pump. Just want to touch on the toilet here for a second, as this one is a foot flush. So you step on it halfway, get water in the bowl, full step to flush it down. So again, halfway to fill it up, full step to flush it down. You do want to use RV toilet paper, of course, as it is biodegradable. And you do want to put in the toilet chemicals. So that being you can use the liquid, you can use the little pucks. You put that down with a little bit of water into your water tank. It'll break down everything that goes in there, and it keeps the smell down as well. So that's really something that you want to do there. Now, that, of course, you empty out that black tank, you put another one in. Keeps it fresh each time you use it. Just trying to think of what else I can maybe show you here, because we're kind of coming up to an end. One thing I didn't touch on, of course, is the smoke detector, which is going to be right here. Nice and easy there. And then the carbon monoxide detector, which is down below right here. So that's going to be a propane detector, because propane, of course, is heavy. It sinks to the ground. That's going to sense it off right there. Other than that, I think we're wrapped up. Oh, forgot to show you this door here, that you just got to pull this latch, and then you can slide it. There is, of course, a latch on this side here, so you can lock it. Nice and easy right there. Nice solid door. Put it away, nice and easy. That's about wraps it up here. So congratulations on your purchase of your J Feather. I hope you enjoy. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call here at Traveland RV. Thanks again. My name's Jordan Buchan. We'll enjoy your trailer. See you soon.